Hey guys, so I'm sitting on the floor. So you guys, you know what that means. That means we about to have a sit down conversation. So let's talk about cost. As you guys know, I will be gearing up for my fourth IVF cycle, and although my IVF most likely will be covered under insurance, I still contact my fertility clinic and got pricing. And my clinic has 3 IVF programs. And let's talk about the price. So their first program is called IVF Global. The cost for this program is $10,500. This includes monitoring, your egg retrieval, your transfer, your lab fees, and your first pregnancy test. This is for one cycle. So if that cycle unfortunately does not work, you would have to pay the $10,500 all over again to have a second cycle. Their next program is called the multi-cycle program. That program will cost $18,500. This program includes 2 IVF attempts, your monitoring, your egg retrieval, your transfer, a frozen transfer, and the freezing of your eggs, and up to 1 live birth. So that's that. That's 2 attempts, so that's better. And the final program is called the Shared Risk Program. This program is $28,500, and it requires PGTA for patients between the ages of 38 to 40. It includes 6 IVF attempts, monitoring, your retrievals, PGTA, biopsies, your ignomics. I'm gonna spell it because I know I'm killing that word. IGENOMIX, lab analysis, frozen transfer, and the freezing of your eggs. So honestly, the $28,000 program is the best program because it's although it's $28,000, it includes 6 attempts and PGS testing. And a lot of people will be like, well, testing is not necessary. You can have 30 eggs, and for whatever reason, 28 of them will be no good. So it's best, what I've learned from my IVF treatments is that it's better to be safe than sorry. So if you can afford to get the testing done, get it done. That will save you heartache of false positives. It can possibly save you the heartache of a miscarriage. It can help you avoid possibly having a child with disabilities. And some people might feel like that's selfish of me saying it, but I feel like it would be selfish of me to know that my child has disabilities and I brought them into this world and they can't fully enjoy it. So it's important. Additional fees that you can run into is a frozen transfer by itself is $4,600. So say for instance you got the first program, which was $10,500, and it didn't work, but you still have eggs that's frozen. You could pay $4,600 for the transfer. So that's good. Other fees is like to freeze your eggs, that's an additional $1,800. And then I believe it's $50 a month, but they charge you every 6 months, something like that. So those are all of the IVF costs. Separate costs that you will come across is the cost of medication. A lot of people have the assumption that IVF medication is the same as IUI medication. Typically, if you get an IUI, you won't be on medication at all, or you'll just be on a pill or something like that. With IVF, it's a lot more into it. The injections, the injectables are very expensive. Some insurance, depending on your benefit package, with your employer. Some insurance don't cover fertility medication at all. Some will only cover a certain percentage. And then some will completely cover your fertility meds, depending on your prescription plan with your employer, or even if you have private insurance. So even if your insurance don't cover fertility, like say for instance you need an IVF but your insurance don't cover it, still call them and check with them, because although they may not cover fertility treatments such as your transfers and your retrievals, monitoring, things like that, they may cover your medication. And that may not seem like a lot of help, especially when you want something so bad, but the cost of medication is astronomical. It's very expensive. My first IVF cycle, I was gifted a lot of medication, which helped a lot. I was also given false information from my insurance, which said that they didn't cover me at all. So I had to come out my pocket with almost $3,000 for medicine. If I wasn't gifted the amount of medicine I would have came out my pocket easily. Easily, my wife and I would have spent $5,000 on medication. My second IVF, I received the correct information from my prescription plan. My prescription covered majority of the cost. We only spent $175. Our third IVF cycle, we spent about $100. So definitely check with your insurance, because even if they don't cover everything, it's a chance that they may cover something. And with the cost of fertility treatment, something is always better than nothing at all. And I think that's about it as far as costs. Other costs you may come into, especially if you're just starting, if you are going through Shady Grove Fertility and you are a same-sex couple, you will be required to go see a therapist before they start treatment. And they will want you and your spouse, wife, doesn't matter, to go see the therapist. That's about an additional $250. It's only one session. I have no idea why they make same-sex couples do that, but they don't make heterosexual couples do that. Sorry, I had to look at my security camera. But they don't make heterosexual couples do that. So that's another cost. If you are a same-sex couple, no insurance covers sperm. And sperm is very expensive, especially if it has to be shipped. What my wife and I did is a sperm bank in Virginia. Since we live in Maryland and our clinic is in Maryland, what we did was we just went to the sperm bank, picked up the sperm and delivered it to our clinic. It is a little inconvenient because when you do that, you also have to take back this big old box that it comes in. So it's a little inconvenient, but that saved us maybe $300-400 because shipping of the sperm is very expensive. There is a difference in cost. My fertility doctor said it doesn't matter which sperm we get. They still go do what they got to do with it. But it's some fertility doctors that want you, if you're getting an IUI, they only want you to get IUI sperm. If you are getting, having an IVF, they want you to only get IVF sperm. So the cost difference is IVF sperm is cheaper. I have no idea why. At least with our sperm bank, it's cheaper. Our IVF sperm was, I believe, I want to say between $500 and $600 per vial. When we was doing IUI, our IUI sperm was like between $900 and $1,000. So it's a huge price difference, and the only difference between the two is the cleaning. Either the sperm bank go clean it, or the fertility clinic go clean it. So my doctor told my wife and I, she don't care which sperm we get, they still go do the same thing. I'm praying the sperm we used our first round is still available, and that's that. I'm trying to think of if anything else additional costs. Yeah, I think that's it. So if you are close by a sperm bank, see if you could pick it up and deliver it to your fertility clinic yourself, because you would save yourself a couple of $100. Now, if you are on public transportation, I wouldn't recommend that, because I don't know if this is for all sperm banks, but the sperm is really like this small. The little capsule is like that big, but it comes in this huge tube in a big box, and that is going to be heavy on public transportation, and it's going to be awkward to be on the train or the bus with this big ass box that says sperm on it. Now, if you're comfortable with doing that, go ahead, but I suggest if you are driving, if you have a sperm bank that's maybe an hour away from you, it's worth the drive, because depending on what car you have, putting gas in it to pick up the sperm and deliver the box back still would be substantially cheaper than paying the shipping cost. So until next time,